All right, congratulations on getting the logbook, and let's get into it. So open the Excel app on your phone, and this is how you're going to start your logbook. So first of all, from the logbook tab, which is where we are, you're going to want to clear the full name here and put your name in there. And that's the only time you'll have to do that. And license number, same thing, just clear it and put in your own. I'm just gonna add AA12345 just for fun. All right, the next thing you're gonna want to do is delete those logbook entries that are not your own. They're just here for illustration purposes. So go ahead and select those. And there's nothing you can select and delete that's critical to the logbook, so don't feel scared. I've frozen the cells that have formulas in them. So there we go, we just delete that and everything's gone. The next thing we're gonna do is the drop downs. We're gonna delete and change those drop downs later. So for now, we'll just clear it. And then under add aircraft, we're gonna delete the current airplanes. There we go, clear and clear here. There we go. So now we have a clean logbook. I just wanted to have some examples in there to show you guys. So let's say that you're an A320 pilot, so Airbus A320, and then you want to add a bunch of airplanes that you flew in the past, so maybe the C-152, for example. You can have as many airplanes as there is here, so about 30 airplanes or so. Sorry, you don't want to write C-152 in there unless you want to display it this way, but I like to display the full name under the table so it's more readable. And then across on the same row, you're going to want to add how you're going to type that airplane type into your logbook. So this will be the C-152, and then the ICAO for the A320, I assume, is going to be A320. It could be wrong, it doesn't matter, just an example. Make sure that they match, like the lines match. Okay, Airbus 320 with 320, and then the Cessna 152 with the C-152. Now, one thing I would do, and it's not mandatory, is update the drop down so that you can save time when you do your logbook entries later. So we're gonna just type in here A320 under airplane types and C-152, and that'll save us time later. The reason why I put the 320 on top, in this case, for the drop downs, it's just so I can access it quicker. However, under airplane types, where we just added them, this order does not matter at all. So let's try a logbook entry. So let's say that we flew on the 1st of February 2021. That was flight school. We flew the 152, and the tail was Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta. PIC was us, so self. We had no one second in command, and we flew from Toronto to Toronto. Let's say it was a local flight. You're just training those steep turns for your commercial. And you can add a comment. I like to add remarks in my flight so I can remember them, like unruly passenger, or like terrible weather, or like I suck at steep turns, whatever it is. Single engine PIC day, I will add like 1 hour in there, or 1.2. And we're not going to add anything under cross-country time because it was a local flight in this case. And we had a day landing with no IFR approaches. And then we're going to add maybe the flight that we did yesterday for work. We now work for Air Canada or whatever air company you want to work for. And it was July 9th, 2026. We flew the A320. And let's say that it's too big of an airline to save all the tails, so you don't want to bother with that. You can just type your own, which is what I've been doing quite often. Same with the captain's name, like you can save them, but if you fly with like a large number of pilots, maybe you just want to type it in. So maybe it was Alistair John again. SIC, we'll put self. Let's say it was from Toronto to Vancouver. And comment grumpy, oh my god, grumpy captain. No, I don't know. Now we're gonna go into log the time. So it's multi-engine SIC time this time, and it's gonna be 5 hours. And we're gonna add cross-country day SIC time 5 hours. And let's say that I flew the approach, so it was an IFR approach 1, and then it was a day landing 1. All right, so there we go. So we've added 2 logbook entries. We can check our totals tab now. So you can see that obviously the ATPL requirements is not met. The total time is 6.2, and time on type, we're saying the A320, 5 hours, and the C152, 1.2 hours. And the A320 is on top of the C152 because we've flown it more. Everything is updated, your flight time limitations, all that stuff. There's only one chart that's not updated, and it's the monthly hours flown in 2026. So this takes 2 seconds to update. You don't have to do it every time you enter a new flight. I do it like once a month. You can do it once a year. You can never do it. Doesn't matter. But if you want to have an updated chart, just go into your tabs below, update hours chart. You select the year, so 2026 in this case, and you just refresh. There you go. You go back to your totals time, and now it's going to show you monthly hours flown in 2026. It's going to tell you that we only flew in July. It was 5 hours, so total for the year is 5 hours. If you want to see your other flight in a different year, so we had 2021, we had a flight. So let's go ahead, zoom in a little bit, and then click on that filter at the lower right of 2026. And then you select 2021 down here and deselect 2026. You don't even have to refresh it. Now, if you go into your totals, it's going to say monthly hours flown in 2021. It's going to tell you, well, in February 2021, you flew 1.2 hours, and that's all you did that year. If you wanted to see other years pop up, you just have to record your flights. So if you didn't record any flights in 2025, 2024, 2023, they won't pop up in your chart, obviously, here. You'll only have the flights that you recorded. So as soon as you add flights in 2025, you'll be able to select 2025 as the year that you want to analyze. And that's it. You're done. The last page is the print page. It's completely protected sheet. You don't have to do anything. And you can see that the 2 logbook entries have been recorded on the first page of your printable workbook. And then there's up to 1,500 entries. The first 1,500 entries will get recorded in a printable version that you can either turn into a PDF or print out and send to TC. And that's it. You're all done. Enjoy the logbook and let me know if you have any feedback.